Finally got to use my word that I like, the bots. Yeah, I don't know when that got created or how, but I think it's a funny word. It's true. It's true. It's pointing to something that's true. What it means is people who are just so stuck in their mind, they're acting and performing like a robot, basically, like an automaton. They're they haven't. I shared before in a video the 3 stages of our karmic process or something. And there's collective level, individual level, and then transcendent level. Collective level, it's like a mosquito. It's like there's one mosquito, but it's split up into like a million mosquitoes. But it's like the body of the mosquito is just one, you know. So the collective is more like that. You can make them say, if you want to make them feel good, you just compliment them. If you want to make them feel bad, you just tell them they're stupid. And it's like they perform without missing a beat. They act on cue. Why? Because they're not in touch with vibration or energy. They don't read motives. They're super stuck on superficial level, surface level. Okay, so those who are deeper, who are at more individual level, they have a hard time in this life for a while. Because they're like, why, like, what the hell, man? Why do I keep getting punished by those who actually I feel deserve to be punished? Like they're punishing me, but I want to punish them, but I can't because I'm like outnumbered. They got me in numbers. God, why'd you put me here? Like, you made a mistake. So then some people start to feel lonely, you know. You just want to connect. Like, who can I connect with? I don't want to see another, you know, smiley Stepford wife, husband type face, robot, bot. I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't care if they're complimenting me and telling me how great. It's all fake. Like, I don't want to hear it. They're complimenting me because, like, maybe I did something. I built them up somehow. I did something good, so they feel really good. Oh, you're so wonderful. Yeah. But then the next day they call and want to tell me their problems. I say I don't have time for it, and then they say, oh, he's like no good. They change on a dime, like, you know. So it's like we start to grow. Those who are higher evolved, you don't want to deal with that anymore. And like at the doctor's office, dentist's office, I want to talk. I mean, I don't go to doctors usually. I take care of myself. I explain in my book that it'll be coming. My first book, my autobiography book's coming real soon, but then I've wrote 4 other books. It's gonna be a little later, but I talk about this on my Transcending Shadows channel. But the book's gonna be called True Health, Nature is Our Real Doctor. Yeah, that's what it is. So I just used my own diet protocol and lifestyle habit regimen I just didn't need to go to the doctor. If I get shot or something, somebody's jealous of these gains and they try to shoot me and I'm not packing, then maybe I have to go to the hospital. Then I'll go to the doctor. Like, then it's necessary. But aside from that, I don't. Okay, but my point is, if I go to the doctor, I want to talk just to the surgeon. Or if I go to the dentist, yeah, that applies more to me. I have to visit this dentist often. I don't like dealing with the secretaries and the assistants and all, you know, because they're bots. They ask these questions over and over again. I'm like, I already answered all these. Yes, but it's protocol. We get all that, you know. I'm like, can I just talk to the surgeon or the doctor? I get along good with those people. I just want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to anybody else. See? No, but I mean, I deal with it. It's fine. This is the planet we're living in. But this is what I struggled with growing up. I was like, where are my people at? I can't find my people. I'm surrounded by, like, I don't know what they are. Mutants, bots. I like that word. Like, this sucks. And this is why people start drinking or getting high and doing drugs, because they just want to check out of this reality. The people that, man, I've been going, I started going to, I've been around addicts my whole life. I started going to 12-step meetings at 15 and a half, and I liked them. I was like, there's my people. I found some of my people there at that age. And because they're raw, they've been through life, they haven't, you know, grew up in some environment where they just haven't experienced life. These addicts, man, they get drove to their depth. had some hard lives. Anybody, I like girlfriends I like the raw. You see, here's the problem. I used to I didn't want a girlfriend with issues, okay, but the issues or the trauma actually, it put them in touch with a depth and a rawness in them that was super attractive. I just wanted that. Can you just get rid of the issues and just give me that rawness? Yeah. No, they couldn't do that. Take the whole package. That sucked. It's like the heaven-hell duality. I mean, it was worth it. It was cool. I liked it. I'm good now, though. Yeah. So, so the addicts, or anybody that's really been in any, some of these people that are in these war zones, man. I guarantee you, none of them are bots. Extenuating circumstances destroyed the bot consciousness. And then those people, they get cracked open and their higher, more individual level of consciousness starts to activate. Okay, and some even go beyond that and get into the transcendental state. They realize, whoa, just to regroup or summarize, the collective consciousness is when you're not even aware of yourself as an individual. You're just part of this big mosquito, thousands of mosquitoes, but there's just one mosquito. They all act the same way, talk the same way. They've learned how to, to do all that stuff, formalities and pleasantries, etc. Then individual level, somebody that's they were a robot maybe for a little bit, but then their higher nature activated and they're like, I see through it. I can't do it. It feels very inauthentic. I can't be part of this nonsense. I can't do it. And so then they don't. And then they step into their individual level. And then you find out what your limitations are as an individual, your karmic limitations, things that you're here to learn that are specifically tailored for you. Okay. Then once you work through that enough, you might realize, wait a minute, none of this is me. See, too many people try to jump. They try to bypass the individual stage because that's messy. And then they watch some non-dual videos. They're like, oh, I'm going to be in the transcendental stage because I already see nothing exists. Yeah, I know these. I used to hang with some of these people, and it's it's evolution. You can't do anything. Let God sorts all this out. So the more dire the situation or circumstance, the more that person is going to evolve. Consciousness is just going to use that for its own higher, super food. Is gonna what's the topic? How do I find my people? So I've always been attracted to those people because I was playing the role of being that kind of person. You're on a planet, man, that isn't the higher percent of people. It's a very low percent, and they're scattered all over the world. You might find some in, Iraq, and maybe some in Africa, and a couple in Brazil, and a couple, so it's how do you find them? They're yeah, this is why satsangs and even most of those though. See, there's a saying, 90 or 95% of any field of anything is just kind of weak. There's only 5% of any given field, any doctor, surgeon, dentist, spiritual field, that's the real deal. So you higher beings, you're trying to find that. And so then we'll have sessions. They'll ask me, how do you find your people? Well, all I can say, see, God takes care of this. You're not going to, if you really need to satisfy some longing, some karma inside to find your people, you're going to find some people. The way it worked for me, there's only been a few ways. When I went to the 12-step meetings, I found, again, only 5% out of all the addicts, still, only probably less. A very small number, but I found some of my people there. I'm not going to find them at a club or at some kind of, I don't know, whatever people do in collective society to try to find people. Dating app. Yeah. So I found them in the meetings. That was one way. Then I found the only other way I found them is when I started doing plant medicine in the ceremonies. I was like, damn, this reminds me of when I was first went to meetings. It was like a breath of fresh air. You don't get, you don't, you know, yeah. Somebody who's in the circle doing medicine, they're usually, you know, they're usually a bit more open and free-spirited than your average person. So I started connecting with them. That's where I met my two ex-crazy cool girlfriends, you see. That's how I found them. Now, you don't have to like make yourself go to a 12-step meeting or a plant medicine if you're not feeling it, but I'm just saying, God will somehow reveal to you, look, you do what you're supposed to do. Write a list of some things, the more creative the better, that you feel compelled to go do. I want to learn swimming. Okay, go swim. I want to do gymnastics. I want to be part of a writer's club. I want to, I don't know, I was going to say meditation group, but it's okay. Okay, try it. Whatever. Go find what you're like, or go be, I want to be actor. I like to go do theater, go do something like that, or a singer, you know. Be where other beings are wanting to do what you want to do. And like I said, the more creative, the better, because when they're people who are creative, they're just more open. There's less. They have less rules, less restrictions. You know, so the more open, wide open the person is, the better, and they're more to be found in the creative field. So you write a list and try to see what you want to do, and then go take a class or go do something. Don't just sit home and try to meet people online. Like, that's like the worst thing compared to these other things. You need to like be in life and meet a real person. So go do that. And then you might find by laws of attraction, the current will find somebody, and you'll meet them, and then you'll have some chemistry, and then you can enjoy it like that. That's how you find your people. But don't expect to find too many people, because the percent's very, very small. But it doesn't matter. Even if you find one person, it's like, wow. You see, not being able to find anybody makes it worth it to find one person. You're like, I'm good. Yeah, but this person has 1,000 Facebook friends. Yeah, right. I got something higher than that. So I remember, I'll end with this. Sri Yukteswar went to the Kumbh Mela, which, the Maha Kumbh Mela. I forgot. Does that happen every 4 years, or? They have a Kumbh Mela every year in India, but the Maha, the big Kumbh Mela, I think it's every 4 years. It could be every 15. I can't remember. But it's all the spiritual people go, right? And this is back in his younger days. And he was walking through it, and he's like, man, this is a joke. It was similar like now. Like if you went to one of these spiritual circles or communities now, he'd feel, yeah, that's how he'd feel. That's how some of you feel. So he went there, and he's just looking around. He could sense, right? Because he senses energy. Everybody's trying to flaunt, you know, the yoga teachers, and look, I can do this, and I can do that, and oh, I can do this, and oh, look, I'm gonna put ash all over me and everything. I'm a real Baba now. All that. He saw through that. He's like, what the hell am I even doing here? See, he felt it. Any higher level, higher aware being is going to feel what we're talking about here in this video. So understand that, accept that, and God will take care of you. But then that's also how he ended up finding Babaji. He was in a little tent, you know, and he called him in there. And he was telling Babaji his experience of this is what he was telling Babaji. He's like, man, everybody's like, fake. I thought this was supposed to be like a, you know, spiritual thing. So, but you see, he found the one person. That's my point. All right, have a good day.